Hi, Countess Benusha here. I hope you're doing fantastic today. Let's dive into the conversation about your identity. I say it's the big, big, big thing you have to have on check for being able to manifest your best life, your dream life. You've been manifesting your identity since you are born, and either you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, it does not matter. Probably you've been consciously manifesting many things before, but never looked into it as manifesting. And because it's just basically what you think is what you get. Who you are is what you think. And I'm going to explain you why. First thing first, I always say your 3D world has no power, is nothing. I don't say it's the aftermath of what happened, of what you thought, so it has a delay and all this. It's not what I want to say by that. I want to say that whatever happened in the 3D world, you could be sitting in a jail, and the meaning that you put on that thing sitting in the jail could make that you have completely different identities. You could be sitting in the jail and be like, wow, I love this escape game. It's amazing. And I know that it was like I was winning a night in jail because I always dreamed about being in jail just for one night to live the real stuff and tell all my friends afterwards. That's it. This is one identity. Or I'm going to spend the rest of my life here because I unalive someone out there. You are sitting in a jail. Two different identities. So you to the words has no meaning, and it's just the meaning that you give it to it. Okay? Then, obviously, we know that the goal of manifesting is that afterwards we have in our 3D life what we want. But even you can be sitting in your bedroom and crying over a boyfriend that left you or a girlfriend that left you, or you could be in your room and just being so happy to be with your boyfriend and living your best life. Still, there's no physical manifestation of this, but it's just a movie you play in your head. What is the experience? Who you are depends on what's in your mind. Okay, so now I want to tell you, and this is more like a little exercise you should be doing. In my opinion, whenever I started to really manifest actively, as I said earlier, my mom taught me how to manifest, but like years back because I'm not young, but not in a sense that manifest. And even I'm sure I would tell her today manifestation, she would look at me like I'm a crazy person. So definitely she's not in that game. But she always say, doesn't matter what happens, just always stay positive. It's fine. It will work out. It's okay. There's no one died, so it's okay. If they died, then you will grieve and it's okay. She always everything was okay. Everything was fine. And I'm pretty sure you have maybe some of these friends, these people that they always are in the weirdest situation that you would not be even able to handle, and it always work out for them. Like they late for the train, but they had an interview at this place. But at the same time, the private jet was supposed to get, I don't know, to the destination, but they changed the route. So now she's late. And you're like, but at the end, they still get what they wanted. What happened? How it's possible? Simply because they just kept like, the identity is not changed. They're like, yeah, anyway, it's going to work out. Anyway, it's going to do. So the best mindset you can have is like, it's always going to work out. But this is like different conversation. This is just separate. No, sorry, I digress. So whenever it comes to your actual identity, how do you check your identity? Sit for one day with yourself. And when I sit for one day, I'm not saying actually sit for one day with yourself. I am saying for one day, you make an exercise. Really, I know it can be, um, it requires a lot of work, but it's very important for you to see who you are, to understand what is your identity. And if you just sit like this and think about it, for me, I think it's not good enough. I think you really have to listen to your thoughts for 24 hours. For 24 hours, you actually say, okay, now this morning I wake up and I'm going to listen to what I say to myself, to what I think, because this is my identity. It's what I identify with, and this is how I see the world through this lens, okay? So from the moment you wake up, even the smallest thing being you get out of bed, say, oh my God, it's cold. I hate being cold. Okay, this is already your identity. Then you're going downstairs. I don't know how big is your house, but you go downstairs, you take the breakfast. Oh my God, I'm gonna be late again. Why my eggs are not properly poached? It's so annoying. Um, oh wow, like I love my hair today. Like it's really working well. Every single second of your day, listen to yourself. Like actively listen to what you tell yourself. And it's not what you tell yourself per se, it's what is in your mind, who you are, who is this person, how this person think, okay? Who is you? And you're gonna be so surprised. You're gonna be so shocked about everything that goes through your mind. You are queuing, you're in the line. Oh my god, it's so long, they're so annoying. Can they go faster? Why they're so slow? Why this person has to argue? Why I didn't come earlier? Why I always choose the wrong line? Why? I mean, I have no time for this. For example, it could be also positive. Of course, I'm not saying you're a negative person, but you get the idea. All these are who you are. Your thoughts are who you are. I know out there they may say, yeah, but your thoughts are coming from, yeah, who you are, but maybe not your thought, that not identify with your thought. You identify with your thoughts. Obviously, if you think about imagining yourself, yeah, if I would be dead, what would my mom think about? Yeah, this is obviously not identify with, and it's just a random thought. And sometimes we like to do scenarios in our mind. We understand we don't actively identify with the scenario, but whenever we are literally saying, oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh my god, this girl, I cannot stand. Or why this always happens to me? He didn't text me back. Trust me, he didn't text me back. You are 100% identify with the problem. Okay, so you get the idea. So go through one day and really looking into what you are saying. You can take notes if you want because you know it's just an exercise. But really, the whole day from the morning to the evening, you go. You at work. What do you say at work? Like, oh my god, he sent me again an email. Oh my god, I don't want to have an email from this guy. Oh, whatever. Oh, I hate to wake up so early. For example, whenever one big part of my life that I wanted to, that I didn't want to manifest, but I was like, I am pressed to wake up early in the morning. Like, it's not me. And it's not my identity. Of course, I could change it by working, or I could just have the word fitting to me. Okay? Because it doesn't hurt me that much. It's just like I want to wake up when I want. I am born on this planet. This is my birthright to decide when I wake up and how I wake up. Okay? Kids, not kids, it doesn't matter. I wake up when I want to wake up. Okay? And yes, there are days I need to wake up early because I need to catch a flight or I need to whatever my lifestyle is. But at the end of the day, 98% of my life is I wake up and then whenever this happens, these bad events happen, I would say, oh, it's okay. Thank God. I can't wait for being tomorrow to wake up again normally. Okay? This is who you are. This is my life. I wake up whenever I want to wake up because it was so important to me that I made sure jobs, businesses, whatever. And I did not work to make it happen. I just assumed that was my life. I wake up every day whenever I want. And that's it. And it's really important to me. And if I want to change it, I can. But it's by default my identity. That's what my life is about. So, for example, obviously, it can be many, many things. I have an amazing husband. I have amazing kids. I have a amazing lover. My husband never find out I cheated on him. Um, I the bank never find out that you can invent anything. Obviously, I'm just giving example of you. I'm not talking about my private life. Just so you get the idea. It doesn't have to be pure and simple. It can be very evil even. People are saying evil things to themselves and they still manifest it. And it can be evil for you, the person outside, or it can be evil for themselves. But anyway. So all that to say, you sit down the whole day with yourself. You analyze, you hear everything that you need to hear. And then guess what? You're going to sit down again, although you were already sitting, and to tell yourself who I want to be, how I want my life to look like. And as I said earlier, you don't have to focus on one thing. You every day think about million stuff and you will see once you take notes from how you feel about how you feel about someone, how you think people think about you, about your partner, your kids, your house, your financial situation, what you're gonna eat, your body, your looks. You think about many things. So you don't have to compartmentalize. Now I understand that obviously if it's something very big and you're new in here and it's hard for you to do it, I get it why you would want to only focus on one specific thing. And maybe in your life only one thing has to be changed. So it's up to you. But I'm just saying, you think about different stuff during the day. And so whenever this topic comes up to your mind, you just make sure that you have the right identity. You are the real person, the right person you want to be. And as I said, it doesn't matter what happens in the 3D because it has no power. Either you apply the meaning to it, either you ignore it, I would say, or you just find the right meaning to it that fits your identity. Or, as I said, every thought that you have project in front of your eyes an image. And this image is what your brain identifies. It's what your brain will keep in its mind as a recorded fact. So You got it? First, you are sitting with yourself. You write that. This is your identity. This is who you are. This is the person that you became. And your identity can shift every nano, micro, whatever second. So you don't need to change whatever. The only thing you have to change is how you think about yourself. Okay? But make it as clear as possible because it's easier to entertain. You're always very clear whatever you think, whatever this guy then takes you back. You are super specific and you come up with an amazing scenario that is negative and dwelling. So do the same with the positive, you know? Do exactly the same. And then whenever it is, flip and see, okay, this part I don't like it. This part I kind of like it. So I'm going to keep it. This part, yeah, no. So I want to be, I don't know, multimillionaire, live in a huge house, have have a husband or not, a wife, want to have dogs and all this. You don't need for the 3D words to give it to you. You already have it. But you just have to think as the person who has it, which is when you wake up and you arrive, on, you watch the floor, your feet on the floor, you are projecting in front of your mind naturally. Wow, I love this house. This house you are living in, which is this big mansion. Now you could be in a horrible broken apartment, and although broken isn't too bad, but you could be in a bad apartment somewhere, and look at your feet, and you're like, oh, this floor is cold, this apartment is bad. And whenever you say that, look into it. You're gonna be surprised. Whenever you start talking, your brain doesn't necessarily watch what's here. You have an image coming in front of your eyes. Every thought that you say, every word that you say, every thought that you have comes up with an image. This is the image that is going to manifest. This is the image that you bring into your life. This is the image that your brain is going to record as this is the life we are living, and this is more of that I'm going to give to this person. Nothing else. Here doesn't matter. He doesn't care about it. Now, even if you actively identify with what is it, you see a spider crawling on you. Yeah, you say, oh, I have a spider crawling on me. Here you identify directly with the situation. But most of the time, you will see you are always in your mind. And whenever you say something, you pronounce something, you are thinking about something, it comes in front of your brain. Like you see, there is in front of your mind screen an image. And this is the image going to be recorded. So check your identity like crazy and make sure you have the right identity now onward. And yes, it's going to feel like forced. But it's normal. It doesn't matter because each time you say it, the screen of your mind has this image. So you keep doing it. You keep doing it. Normally, if for the past 30 years you've been doing something different, your brain is going to be like, okay, so are we supposed to really replace it or not? And it doesn't need a lot of repetition. It's not about repeating. It's that now you have this person. So it's not like I'm repeating myself. It's like, I'm this person. I'm Kim Kardashian. So when I wake up, can you imagine how my mindset, my thoughts, the image I project on my screen are completely different from me being Bobby, a Texan Rangers, right? You got it? So I hope it was fine. And if you have any questions, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. And yes, see you very soon. Bye bye.